I'm Richard Lush, reporting for cadred.org, and while Epic Land continues, I've managed to draft in some familiar faces, not playing in the same team for a rare change, but this is Jakem, who's in Fish 123 this time around, and this is Cauzed, returning to the CSGO scene. I say returning, have you actually played a CSGO event? So there you go, he's not returning at all, I'm making that up. He's dipping his toe in the waters, but he's doing that with TLR, who we've already kind of interviewed, but they want to be together for, you know, for some reason. So yeah, let's start with you though, Jake. Right, Fish 123, you've just won a game that was kind of hard fought, perhaps a little harder than what you were expecting against TLR. Was it difficult because of that whole UK mix thing, like we all know each other so well and we all like to raise our game against each other, or would you say your team was just kind of underperforming and made more of a meal of it than what you had to?
Well, I think we won Nuke pretty easy because we've gone over Nuke quite well, but on Mirage we thought we could just wing it and like just do it on the fly. Like everyone knows the smokes and stuff, so just on the fly play. But these guys have gone over it quite well and they put up quite a good fight. But on T side, like I would like call a strat, and then like Release and Weber, they both call a counter to what I've said, but it'd be completely different. So I'd say go B, Dan would say let's go A now. And then Webb would be like, yeah, let's take middle. So we'd all just be running backwards and forwards, like not having a bloody clue what's going on.
So why is that happening? Why can't they let you just be the big boy, the captain?
Because like on Nuke, Dan's pretty good calling, but he hasn't really played that much in Mirage, so I think he was a bit confused. So it just led to like a bit of a T side, like where we lost like a few 4v2s, which really we should have just like drowned them out and won the game. But they also played pretty well, to be fair. Like they'd gone over the map and they had strats, so it was just our noobness, really.
Well, I talked to Ollie earlier, and Ollie said you guys, Mirage is pretty much the only map you've actually practiced. Is this true? I mean, can you confirm that?
Well, I think practice should be used pretty loosely because it's more of a, we've played it 3 times now, so it's a map we played the most. Yeah. But we definitely had more of an idea on what to do and how to play it, and it is probably our favourite map at the event at the moment. What we want to try and get other teams on as well.
When you're kind of playing without strats then, and in this game in particular, who, I mean, I think Fish 123 are maybe the favourites, kind of, based on the individuals they've got in there. Did you want to isolate like weak points in the team? Like, for example, were you guys saying to each other, let's just go where Jakem is and we're going to get onto that bomb site? Or how did you play it? Because you want to avoid Weber and Release, surely.
Well, to be honest, I think that's a bad start. If you start trying to isolate players and you try to play like that, it often gets in players' heads. So personally, I don't think there's many weak links on their team. I think they got 5 good players, they got 5 players who are playing actively, and they play a good amount. So we weren't even thinking like, oh, let's try pick out one player. It was more of just a team effort. Let's just try get picks, try work it, and it wasn't anything like that. And that's also a problem when you get these mixes with UK teams. I think it's often a problem that it gets in people's heads like, oh, go here or don't go there because someone's playing there. And it's a bad way to play. It's a fast way to lose as well.
There's a lot of egos in your team, which is probably one of the reasons why it works, and probably is one of the reasons why it doesn't work. It kind of falls apart spectacularly. How have you been finding the blend this time around? Because obviously it's a mix. There's no pressure in terms of we've got to go to another event with each other. So I imagine everyone's hanging loose and doing what they want. So how's it been?
Well, up until that Mirage game, it's been a bit. Everything's been like running smoothly because everyone's just been hitting their shots. We've just been like winning with ease basically. And then that Mirage game was getting a bit awkward because we didn't know what to do. So obviously, like people like Weber and Dan, even Jamie, they're not used to losing. And when we were like dropping stupid rounds, they were like starting to get a bit angry. So we just had to like what even I said, we always said we just have to calm down and listen to one person, and then when like everyone started getting cool head, that's when we started just winning the rounds again.
Were there any good insults that you'd like to care to share with us? What was the
insults?
Yeah. Was there anything that you said as a team that's particularly funny and stands out in the mind?
To each other or to other teams?
Both.
Did we flame? I mean, on the knife round, it was like probably Mirage. So Zed was AFK when we were doing knives, so we all went back to T spawn. And I just knifed Henry for a fence that we didn't know was knifeable, and Henry went mad.
Well, what would Henry say then?
Nothing personal, but fucking hell, he's knifed me through a wall. Very rattlesnake-esque.
I didn't know you could knife through the wall, and he just went ape shit basically. Like there was a few like we shouted at each other in game a bit, but I'm not going to say what we said. But some of it was a bit vicious, but not on mic.
All handshakes and hugs afterwards.
All banner and hugs.
Yeah, we're all good mates, so there's no love, like no hard feelings in that.
Well, let's right. Well, I'll bring you in because I want to talk to you a little bit about first CS:GO event. Yeah. How are you finding the game? Because I know these guys are going to be pissed off. Oh, we've got a donut coming in the shot. Like, I thought that was like a heckler, like, you fat bastard. stop your interviews, they suck. But you crack. No, you crack. Yeah, split it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you crack on. Right, so lost my train of thought. It always happens when food's put in front of me. Right, so yeah, CS:GO. I'm guessing these guys are pretty pissed off at the moment because there's been an update that's kind of, in the eyes of a lot of people, fucked everything. But for you, it's your first event anyway, so you're kind of coming into it fresh. What do you think of the game? How have you been finding it?
To be honest, I like the gameplay. I like the title, the Counter-Strike title. So there's little things that I think, the crouching and the crouch spraying, not a big fan of it in this game. But the event-wise and playing on LAN, it feels nice. I feel a bit bad for the guys here because they've had a lot of trouble with the internet, which I think has affected it badly. But the event's been good. I like Epic LAN. It's a nice LAN. I've had a good time. I've really enjoyed it, to be honest. It's all gone smooth.
Well, what about you guys? Because Dan was talking about how we were talking privately, and he was saying how he thinks the game's kind of broken right now, like the Deagle's kind of fucked, and yeah, and all you guys have probably been playing a lot of CS:GO just prior to this event, and of course an update that happens just before it. So how much has that thrown individual performances and kind of maybe put you guys off?
Well, they've only changed. I think AK and M4, they're like fine. Like I prefer them. Like I don't really mind the change because it's changed for everyone, so everyone just gets used to it. I think the pistols, the Glock's probably still too powerful. Like if you win a CT pistol, you're basically going to win the game. Like because you've got that T pistol as well. But yeah, apart from the pistols, I think that's what they need to change. Like, I don't really care about the updates when they come out. I just play just for fun at the moment. So yeah.
Well, that's an interesting point. I was been asking all the people I've been interviewing about the UK scene, the current state of it, and how there's not a lot of opportunities amongst organisations. And you've got a player like yourself, experienced, kind of not attached permanently to a team, despite having a lot of LAN podium finishes and done quite well down the years. Is that frustrating for you, or do you not really give a shit because of what's going on in your life?
Well, I think I'll be focusing more on CS like now. Like when I have big Easter break, so I won't really have much go on. So I think I'll be making a new reason lineup for after this LAN. But prior to that, first year of uni, I sort of relaxed from CSS and was just going to the LANs just for fun, like in mixes with about 3 or 4 hours. So first year's over and now I'm like back to not really being able to go out like every single night like I was before. So now I'm just like
party animal.
just like staying in and being a loser basically now. So
which is what it takes.
Yeah, that's what you have to do to get good. To
be at the top. So what about you? I mean, TLR out of nowhere. Now I'm gonna ask on camera because you know what people are gonna say. It's like, oh, they've tricked Chef into another free LAN. They've exploited poor old innocent Michael. How much of that? I mean, are you guys kind of like laughing, having a joke about it? Because obviously, you have come together for one event, and how much is also, we know Michael, we wanted to go to this LAN, we want to kind of represent the org and do a good job of it.
To be honest, for me, I found out on Tuesday. I was working with Henry, got a message from him on Facebook. Oh yeah, Chef's decided to send a team to LAN. I think it was a spur of a moment decision from him. Yeah. And obviously, I'm not going to say no to LAN. I love it. So I was right in there, and I don't think it is a bit of a joke. I think more with people outside of this team. Yeah. Obviously, you have to realise I would be lying if I said, it's a free LAN. Like I couldn't say that, but you know what? He wanted us to come, and we've not come here and pissed about. We're trying to do well, like you said. We're representing the Norg, and it's his first CS:GO team. So we don't want to just be totally shit, and it's not a piss take in any form. Like we've tried to play well, and we're just trying to do the best for him. Like because hopefully for some other team, this is now an organisation that will be available, and hopefully for a UK team, to be honest, because it'll be good to get them going to European lands and
Let's just hope it's not a UK team with Mackie in it. I think that's. Is he done though? Is he?
I heard TLR and I heard Freeland, and I was looking down the roster and I didn't see Mackie, and that was the biggest surprise, I think.
What is going on here? So okay, let's kind of talk about the event itself. You've been to a lot of Epic Lands. We've talked in the past on camera. You've supported Epic Lands, consistently, and you've talked about how important it is to have a rival to an I-Series. I think this LAN has been disappointing, but primarily for the Epic guys. I think they really wanted to do something and they've been let down. How has that affected the players on your team and just the mood in general? I mean, are you guys feeling like you might not want to come to the next one? Are you still going to support it?
Yeah, I think we'll still definitely support it. Like an issue out of their control with the internet, that basically led to loads of delays. But the only other point, I'd say, the venue's decent. What was I going to say now? Oh yeah, the schedule for the games.
Right.
The finals at 10 PM tonight. So.
That won't affect you, though, will it?
Well, I've got uni deadlines tomorrow. So if we make it to the final, and it's going to be delayed, so we may be playing until late. So I don't want to be staying until tomorrow because I've got to do loads of work tomorrow, basically. So if the final does go tomorrow, I might just have to go home tonight otherwise, because I need to basically pass.
So so what would happen in that situation? I mean, could we conceivably see a situation where you are like, I'm not going to play in the final, guys, if it's late?
If it gets to too late, then I may just have to go home, because unless I do the work here, as at starting LAN coursework now, but I don't know. I think the schedule's stupid. We played group games on Saturday, that's it. And then Pez decides to go home at 7 PM and the whole LAN gets delayed for about a day and a half for Pez, basically, which is stupid. But yeah,
it's a big deal.
So I thought the scheduling was a bit dumb. So maybe bring back Kamikaze and remove Gumpster. And remove that good guy tag from Gumpster.
I said after this line, it's definitely shit noob Gumpster. I'm actually going to do it.
Something like that.
So, but what about you as well? Because I mean, when you're kind of in and out, and like you say, you love LAN, but obviously you don't get to do it as much anymore. I mean, when you come to events and they're disappointing, and I'm not saying massively, but when things happen, I mean, are you kind of more philosophical about it? It doesn't matter, I'll still be at the next one, or does it kind of put you off coming back?
No, I wouldn't say it puts me off, to be honest, because like you said, I'm in a situation now where I'm not playing a lot. So if I get an opportunity to go to a LAN, regardless of what LAN it is, I'm just grateful to be able to go. And I think we probably contributed to a lot of the delays at the start, because we had 5 PCs provided, and because of the internet, we couldn't get CS on for about 4 hours or something ridiculous. So that was our bad a little bit, but I think the event's all right. I'll definitely come to another one.
So, who's going to win, and why?
I literally have no idea who's going to win.
Yeah.
Well, I think
games have been a little bit up and down. I mean, it hasn't been a trend.
Realistically, Infused and CRG, they've been hardcore in it literally every day.
But haven't Infused been a bit disappointing?
But yeah, Infused have been. That's why didn't let me finish, dude.
Oh, sorry. So,
in an ideal world, it should be those two up against each other in the final.
Yeah.
Because we've played 0 times together before this, basically.
Right.
So we've played people have played games this past week, but Weber and Dan have been pracking quite a lot, which is good. But me, Jamie, and Zed, I personally haven't been playing this week because I've had 3 uni deadlines and a presentation in prior to the event, so I've not really been hardcoring.
Are you at university? You never mentioned it.
Did you not get that?
No, I'm kidding. So
yeah, right.
It's getting tense. The eyebrows coming out.
Yeah, but I still think, I don't know. I just think it's whoever's going to be playing best in the game, in that particular match. Because if we get into the upper, I don't think we'll win if we come from the losers bracket if we get to the final. Yeah. Because we haven't got enough map knowledge or playing together to win 2 maps in the final. So if we wanted to win, we'd have to do it from the upper bracket straight in there. If not, it's going to be down between CRG and Infused probably, because I think London Lynx, they look a bit disorientated when they're playing at the moment. So I reckon these guys will give them a really good game, or they'll beat them next up. So. Well,
that's going to be the decider whether you guys are in the mix. I mean, are you taking London Lynx kind of lightly, just based on experience, or do you think these guys could give you a game?
I think they're a decent team. They play a lot. And I mean, you got to give credit to a team that stayed together after a LAN. We're definitely not going to underestimate them. We have got a bit better, and well, we're going to go into the game with better heads this time, because last time it was our first game, and we were shocked, we were surprised to get 15 rounds happy that we got the draw. But this time we'll be going in for the win. It doesn't mean I think they're a bad team, but I think we've hit our stride now. If we can get into the lower bracket and get in there, maybe cause an upset, that would be ideal.
And just finally then, Elimination Chamber tonight. It wouldn't be an interview if I didn't ask you about wrestling. You got any picks about how that's going to go? And
well, I'm hoping The Rock retains his belt, his championship, but I've got a feeling that he's going to get cheated out of it, so I'm probably not going to tune into that match.
But what about what happened at the Rumble?
Well, that was nice. Yeah. Just, it was a big scream when Vince McMahon came back out and denied. Who was it? I can't even remember which asshole. Was it the Miz? Who did he steal it from? The Rock. Who did he play the title for? Oh yeah, CM asshole. Yeah, that was nice. That was a big moment.
I think the minute he brought out his mum,
yeah,
that was it.
He was always going to win that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Well, the minute he brought out his sick mum, seriously, the sick mum was in the house, and that was it. So
people's elbow was strong.
But what about Ryback?
Nah, I'm pissed.
Why don't you feel Ryback?
Huh? I'm just not interested in that, really.
He's disappointed. He's not a shit Goldberg. Right, anyway, we're going to continue talking about wrestling, but it's good to see you again. It's good to see you back as well. Always a pleasure. To all the people out there at cadred.org, do stay tuned to the website, because we are going to have more interviews like this one, although probably is a bit more on point than this one was, from here at Epic 10 in Kettering.